Test, 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 test. Good morning, everybody. We are on the air from the beautiful town of Palm Springs, California. I'm Danny Maha alongside Brian Yanselson, and we're ready to bring you another edition of California Winter League Baseball. Well, today's first game of the day is between the Oregon Lumberjacks and the Washington Blue Sox. Brian, two heavyweights going to battle today, both pretty good records here. 9-2 Blue Sox have won 9 straight, and the Lumberjacks are 8-4.
Yeah, it's a battle for the Pacific Northwest between Oregon and Washington, the two teams atop the American division here at the CWL. And the real question is, can anybody stop the Washington Blue Sox? Nobody has shown that they can, but maybe the Lumberjacks are up for the task.
Well, so it looks like the Lumberjacks will be... Oh, never mind. I thought they switched the dugouts on us. I got confused there for a second. Tyler Knight's on the mound for the Lumberjacks today, and he'll go against Trevor McGee for the Blue Sox. And should be a good matchup, Brian.
Yeah, McGee has shown an ability to go deep into games. He threw a complete game over on the Ox Field earlier in the year. And then Tyler Knight, big, tall right-hander. Like you said, should be a good one for these two teams.
Well, we're just about ready to go. And Jonathan Pena will lead it off for the Lumberjacks. After him, Kazuya Ohira, then Will Thomas. Fourth is Noah Areola. 5, 6, 7, Anamoto Bliscoe Atkins. And 8, 9, Barker and Brandon Fields. We're underway. The first pitch is up high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Another beautiful day in Palm Springs. A little chilly for us in the press box, but out in the sun, it's nice and warm. Next one, swung on and missed on a fastball.
Yeah, I love that being up next to somebody from Chicago and New Jersey. The Texan is the only one not complaining about the cold this morning, Danny.
Yeah, I got my big coat on today. I'm still chilly.
Disappointed.
Here's the 1-1, and that one's up high again. So 2-1 the count. Just getting started here. Fans beginning to file into the ballpark. Trevor McGee winds, kicks, and delivers. That one's outside. 3-1 the count. McGee doesn't work very fast. Takes his time up there on the mound. Gets his sign, kicks and delivers. And that one's called a strike. The top part of the zone. 3-2 the count.
These Lumberjacks really didn't want to leave the ballpark on Saturday. If you remember, 21 runs put on the board. They were having a grand old time.
Well, they were teeing off that day for sure. Here's the payoff. And that one is outside. Close pitch, but a leadoff walk for Gonzalez. And now it's Kazuya Ohira. Here's the pitch. That one's upstairs, 1-0. It's my mistake. I got mixed around. That's Jonathan Pena on first. I wrote in my scorebook the wrong color and the wrong person. So I'll try to figure that out as the day goes along. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Right down the middle, a fastball. 1-1.
And you always do such a great job. You have color-coordinated pens and everything.
I know, you would think that that would make it easier, but well, apparently not today. The 1-1 to O'Hara. Swing and a miss. 1-2. I think McGee's only thrown one breaking ball so far, maybe a couple. But he's been sticking with the heater early.
Yeah, got O'Hara to chase upstairs. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes up there again with the 1-2 advantage.
The 1-2, fouled into the net. And Brian was ready.
I was ready, and that was the exact pitch I was hoping for. However, a little bit lower than McGee wanted it because it caught too much of the zone. O'Hara was ready to fight it off.
Well, if the net wasn't there, I'm sure you would have made the catch.
An El Paseo Jewelers web gem would have been present.
Here's the 1-2. Popped up, foul, down the right field line, and we'll do it again. Home stretch here from Palm Springs. The playoffs will start on Friday. And I believe Evan told me earlier that if the Blue Sox are able to win this one, then their magic number would be down to 1 for the 1 seed. That one's grounded over to shortstop. Gonzalez backhands, throws it on his back foot, and makes a nice play. So that's out number 1. Pena goes over to second. And it's Will Thomas, the center fielder. Second baseman Demas is creeping towards the bag. He's playing pretty shallow out there. Everybody else in normal depth. Time is called. And McGee resets. One away here in the top of the first. No score yet. The pitch. That one's outside. 1-0 on Thomas. McGee working very, very slow today. Checks on the runner at second, kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Looks like he took a little bit off of that tailing outside pitch. One and one. McGee gets the sign. A little bit of a closed set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now, so far, McGee's been really good with that fastball. Getting a lot of swing and misses.
Yeah, see if he can sneak one upstairs again like he tried to do on O'Hara. Catcher is standing up for it.
Here comes the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Thomas didn't agree with it. There's 2 away.
Oh, and he fooled everybody. The catcher, Maldonado, started to stand up as if he wanted the high fastball. But a great job fooling the hitter and fooling us up in the press box going with the breaking ball.
So after a leadoff walk, McGee's come back and got the next 2 guys. Here's Ariola. Pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1.
Again with the high fastball.
Yeah, he's been doing that since the beginning, and home plate umpire today, pretty tight up there in the top part of the zone. Oh and 1, 2 away. McGee kicks and delivers. That one's called a strike on a breaking ball. McGee way ahead.
Yeah, so McGee now he's starting to really mix and match, go with different eye levels, different speeds. One strike away from stranding that runner in scoring position.
McGee ready. Takes a look at Pena. And now steps off. Oh and 2, 2 away. Top of the first. No score with Pena on second. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, a fastball. So McGee, after the leadoff walk, comes back and retires the next 3. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Bottom of the first inning, a clean inning for McGee. And now it'll be Tyler Knight for the Lumberjacks. First pitch to Gonzalez, the leadoff hitter for the Blue Sox, is inside, 1-0. Knight kicks and delivers. That one's popped up center field. In comes Thomas, and he makes the catch, 1 away. That'll be Jeffrey Morton. He plays right field today. Tyler Knight, his dad's actually in town, and he gave us some cool info before the game. First pitch is called a strike to Morton. So Knight is from Incline Village, which is on the north side of Lake Tahoe. As the 0-1 pitch is just a bit outside, 1-1. And his dad said prior to the California Winter League, Tyler Knight hasn't pitched in over 2 years. We still haven't gotten the reason why that is, as that one's called a strike on the outside edge. 1-2. So good to see him back on the mound.
Yeah, and he has looked really good early. I guess you can't really say early anymore, can you, Danny? This whole season.
1-2, swung on and missed. So 2 quick outs for Knight. His dad also mentioned that, he's obviously here, and then he said, yeah, Tyler's mom's home shoveling snow. So, shout out to her.
Shout out, indeed.
First pitch to Bucchino. Call the strike. 0-1 the count.
Love to hear stories of parents doing anything possible and everything needed to make sure their kids can pursue their dreams.
The 0-1 is fouled into the net, and Tyler Knight is ahead once again. Very efficient so far, hitting his spots, keeping these Blue Sox hitters off balance. 0-2, 2 away, bottom of the first. There's the pitch. That one swung and grounded very softly over to third, and it goes foul. That one looked like it was definitely going to stay fair. It must have hit a chunk of dirt or something, or maybe the lip. So it stays 0-2.
There's no chunk of dirt after our great operations team gets through cleaning that infield.
I don't know, maybe it was the spin. Another 0-2. Just outside. Good pitch, but it was a ball.
It was, but the infield was ready to go to the dugout.
Yeah. So 1-2. Here's the pitch. And Bucchino fouls it right into the Lumberjack dugout. I don't think it hit anybody. Wasn't very hard foul ball, though.
But that's easy to say from up here.
That's true. That is true. Knight gets the sign, winds, and delivers. And Bucchino with another foul ball. One and two still, 2 away. Bottom of the first, nobody scored. And now Knight steps off. Takes a second to regather. And now he looks back in for the sign. The 1-2 again. Popped up, shallow center. And it'll actually be the second baseman, Atkins, in short right center field to make the catch. So a quick inning for Knight. And we're scoreless through 1. We'll be right back. You're listening to the California Winter League.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Top of the second inning from Palm Springs. No score yet. And Trevor McGee is back to work on the mound for the Blue Sox. First pitch to Enomoto is outside 1-0. McGee now winds and delivers. That one's a called strike, 1-1 the count. Take a look at the Blue Sox defense here in a second. The 1-1 from McGee. Outside, 2-1 the count. Over in left field, Colby Osborne. In centers, Deontay Jackson. And right, Jeffrey Morton. As the 2-1 pitch is hit foul down the left field line. 2-2 the count. Over at third is Xavier Manriquez. Shortstop is Nick Gonzalez. Over at second, Phil Demas. At first, Bucchino behind the plate, Maldonado. And, of course, on the mound, McGee. Finally gets his sign. McGee winds and delivers. That one's outside. Trying to get Enomoto to chase.
Yeah, this part of the order is going to be key in determining this game. 3 of the next 4 hitters lefties for Oregon going up against the lefty McGee. So for McGee, you have to retire them. If you're Oregon, can you fight it off enough to get something going?
Next one is fouled away and out of play over the Blue Sox dugout.
We saw on Saturday, I believe it was, the Bombers just throw out lefty after lefty, and the A's really had no response for it.
Another payoff pitch from McGee. That one's chopped near the plate and called foul. Looked like it hit off the foot of Enomoto. So we'll do it again. After Enomoto, Chris Bliscoe will hit. And then Nick Atkins. Three and two. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. And that one's up the middle for a base hit. So a really good at-bat there for Enomoto. And he wins the battle. That's the first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, remember that at-bat if the Oregon Lumberjacks not only win, but if they get something going here in the second inning. An 8-pitch at-bat, the leadoff hitter Enomoto lets the lefties behind him see McGee a little bit, prepare for what they're about to face, and Lumberjacks looking to break this streak. That's a good way to get going if you're Enomoto.
So now it's Bliscoe, the third baseman. And that one's called strike outside corner. 0-1. McGee looks for the sign. Takes a look at Enomoto. Takes another look at Enomoto. And now he goes. Up high. 1-1 the count. And the catcher, Maldonado, was telling people, was he telling him to move back, or was he saying that there was a ball in left field?
There was a ball in left field. And I think there's another one.
So after the slight delay, it's 1-1 on Chris Bliscoe.
Enomoto, a big lead off of first. He does have 3 stolen bases, but I'd be careful testing Taylor Maldonado behind the plate.
Maldonado's been really good back there defensively. The 1-1, called a strike. 1-2, nice fastball there.
Earlier today, some of the coaches here at the CWL held what looked to be a coaching clinic for the catchers. as another ball appears on the field. It looks like center field this time.
I wonder where that one came from.
Jesse's up to his old tricks again.
They're usually coming from the batting cages, right?
Usually.
Maybe that one just got all the way, rolled all the way in the center. I don't know. Or it was Jesse who threw it over the fence.
Exactly. But Maldonado, as good as he has been, was here early, bright and early, with some other catchers working on their skills. So as sharp as can be for this first game. Enomoto thinking twice before going off, but that big lead continues over there at first.
Here's the 1-2 from McGee. And it's just outside. 2-2 the count. Enomoto on first after the leadoff single. And McGee gets the sign. Sets near the chin. And delivers. And that one's called for strike 3. I'm not sure if the ump knew the count. So that's one away. And now it's Nick Atkins.
I guess that evened out because the pitch before really should have been strike 3 against Bliscoe, and McGee got the call against him. And so on the breaking ball, that was safe to say a little bit off the plate. Got it made up for.
So Atkins will hit with a man on first and one away. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled back. 0-1 the count.
A groan from Evan in the PA booth. Thinks that was right at his chest, but just a little bit to the right. Could have seen some more agility there, though. Diving stop, perhaps. Get your body in front. He'll try harder next time, Danny.
0-1 on Atkins and a throw over to first.
Good check on the runner. Just to show him you're paying attention. You are looking right at him the whole time, but doesn't hurt to see.
Atkins hitting a pretty good 375 on the year. He's up in a good spot for the Lumberjacks. Runner goes. 0-1 is grounded foul down the third base line. McGee would love a ground ball here. Get him out of the inning.
I just love the mind games of baseball. You know, what is the likelihood of a pitcher throwing to first 2 times in a row? So Enomoto sees, okay, there's your pickoff. I'm going to go right after you did that. And he did. Will he do it again?
There's a lot more that goes into base running and base stealing than one would think. 0-2, the pitch. Fastball high, and Maldonado did a great job of jumping up to get that one. 1-2.
There you see, just enough to distract McGee. Didn't go, but he has a big lead, has threatened, has shown he's willing to go. And with McGee looking right at him the whole time, instead of just focusing on the hitter, Atkins, he has to think about 2 things at the same time.
McGee ready for the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's already the 4th K of the day for McGee. 2 away. Here's Carson Barker. Behind the dish today for the Lumberjacks.
Now I would go if I'm Enomoto. 2 outs, bottom of the order up, another lefty hitter against a lefty pitcher. Why not?
McGee ready. Kicks and fires. Called strike on the outside edge, 0-1. Yeah, especially with Barker at the plate who's been struggling. Definitely want to make it easier on him and get in the scoring position. See if he goes. 0-1 on Barker. 2 away, no score. Here in the top of the 2nd. McGee deals, and that one's outside, 1-1. Enomoto faked the steal to second that time.
And boy, Maldonado is beyond ready back there.
And Maldonado's been a brick wall back there all winter long. And he's got a pretty strong arm. 1-1, the pitch. Now he goes. The throw down to second is mishandled by Gonzalez, the shortstop. Off of the bounce. I think he would have been safe anyways. So now it's 2-1 with a man on second.
I appreciate Enomoto for proving me right up here. Been watching him all inning long, and it finally came true with 2 outs, and all of a sudden Barker, little base hit in the outfield, could score the first run of the game.
And the corner outfielders aren't playing shallow. Jackson in center is. 2-1. Call the strike on the outside edge. 2-2, 2 away.
Another generous call for McGee.
Yeah, it's been a decently sized zone, except for up in the zone today so far. Barker trying to get his team on the board with a base hit. Here comes the 2-2. Called. Strike 3 on the outside edge. So McGee, after the leadoff base hit, strikes out the next 3. And that was his 5th of the day. So no score. We go to the bottom of the second. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball. We'll be right back.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Bottom of the second, when we're in a scoreless ball game between the Blue Sox and Lumberjacks. Deontay Jackson will lead it off for the Blue Sox. First pitch is called a strike up in the zone, 0-1. Knight last inning got the Blue Sox down 1-2-3. 0-1 is swung on and missed. Another high fastball.
Going right at Jackson. Dangerous decision for most pitchers so far this year, but Knight succeeding. Let's see what he goes to. 0-2 to put him away. Make it out of the zone.
Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. So Jackson take a walk to the dugout, and in comes Maldonado.
I mean, I guess that'll work too, right? You catch a little too much plate on 0-2, but Jackson didn't appear to be ready for it. So good for Knight.
Knight at 3 Ks already. Here's the first pitch to Maldonado. Inside, almost hits him. 1-0. Knight working much quicker than his counterpart, as that one's popped up right field, down the line, and foul. Enomoto was chasing, but couldn't get there in time. 1-1.
Yeah, with that wire fence down there, kind of making the decision to not run straight into it, live to see another pitch. Would have been a tough play anyway.
Yeah, that's one of those things where once you hit that warning track, you kind of got to either slide or you don't want to hit that fence. 1-1, swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. One away here in the bottom of the second, still no score. Knight winds and delivers. That one's grounded over to short. O'Hara picks it up on the run and makes the throw. 2 away now. And it'll be Osborne, or actually Demas, the second baseman.
Love to see the approach that Tyler Knight is taking. The only concern for his season so far has been the walks. He came in with 11 walks and 11 strikeouts in 12 innings, but he's only given up 1 earned run. And so the stuff is there. It's just been about the command, and so far he is filling up the strike zone.
That one's just a bit outside to Demas. 1-0.
I mean, only giving up 1 earned run 12 innings into the season. It's pretty good stuff for Tyler.
There's the pitch. And that one is up and away, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. And that one's hit down the line and right. Shallow. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. So a base hit. With 2 outs, and the Blue Sox keep the inning going. It'll be Colby Osborne.
Good piece of hitting there by Demas, not trying to do too much, just take it where it came from. And Enomoto wisely now playing a little shallower in right field. He's been awfully deep. We saw it on the foul ball. Couldn't get there on the last single. So the in-game adjustment made so far by the right fielder significantly shallower than the other outfielders.
First pitch to Osborne is called a strike. 0-1, 2 away. No score, bottom of the second after the 2-out base hit. The pitch. Called a strike on the inside edge. 0-2.
So to Jackson, 0-2. He went with that high up and in fastball. Does he repeat it, or does he go with something off speed, perhaps a breaking ball in the dirt?
There's the 0-2. That one's chopped over to second base. And that'll be Atkins who steps on the bag to end the inning. So another quick inning for Knight. And we go to the third inning, no score from Palm Springs. You're listening to the California Winter League, and we'll be right back.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Start of the third inning in Palm Springs. Nobody's scored yet. And McGee will face Fields, the 9-hitter for the Lumberjacks. First pitch is called a ball up high. 1-0.
Quite the sneaky move by head coach David Peterson to put Brandon Fields in the 9-hole. Typically hits cleanup for Oregon. So trying to sneak some pop in the bottom of the order.
And there it is, but that one goes foul. How much did that come off the bat?
104.
Wow. 1-1 after the loud foul ball. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like off speed there from McGee. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, great way to pull the string after that hard foul ball.
McGee gets the sign, starts the wind, and delivers. Swing and a miss. So, after that loud foul ball, you would think that Fields was going to win that battle, but a couple of really nice off-speed pitches from McGee to finish him off.
Yeah, that was extremely well done on the mound by McGee. He read the bat, understood the situation after the foul ball, and said, I'm not going back there again. And it worked out.
So now it's back to the top of the order for Pena. And it's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Called a strike on the outside edge.
Just a walk and a weak single up the middle. That's it off of McGee. And he's starting to work a little bit faster as it goes along, looking very confident.
The 1-1 is in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Yeah, I have noticed he's still going slow, but definitely faster than the first couple innings. Here's the 2-1. Up high. 3-1 now. McGee looks in for the sign. Now he's ready for the 3-1. And that one's just outside. And a one-out walk for Pena.
Well, Pena brought his batting eye today. 2 walks for him. And not really fooled by any of those pitches. He knew right from the get-go, before that even came to the plate, it seemed like he was already on his way to first.
Yeah, a couple really good at-bats and getting deep in the counts with McGee. So now it's O'Hara. Runner goes, throw down to second. In time. Perfect throw from Maldonado, the catcher.
Truly unbelievable throw. We talked about it in the last inning. You have to really pick your spots against Maldonado, and Emoto did a good job, but he waited a long time. Pena says, I'm not messing around. I'll go on the first pitch, and Maldonado was ready.
Here's the 1-0 to O'Hara. He takes it outside, 2-0 now.
Always easier to say in hindsight, right? But after a walk, start the at-bat with a ball. Now it's 2-0. Middle of the order coming up. I don't know if I love the decision to take off there.
That one's outside, 3-0 now. Well, it seemed like he got a decent jump there. And McGee doesn't do a quick leg kick. That just shows you how strong the arm of Maldonado is. The 3-0 is right down the middle. 3-1 now. And McGee steps off. Another ball goes into left field. And that time it came from the bullpen.
4 of those now?
I think so. Here's the 3-1 with 2 away. Popped up center field. It's backtracking Jackson all the way near the track, but he makes the catch. So that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless here in Palm Springs. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
All zeros on the board so far in this one. We're in the bottom of the third. And Knight comes back on the mound. He will face Ford. And that one's check swing pop up to short. And in comes O'Hara to make the basket catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And now it's Manriquez, the third baseman.
Yeah, that'll certainly do. Good ratio, 1 pitch, 1 out. And it's because Tyler Knight continues to attack the strike zone.
So now Knight faces Manriquez. Here's the first pitch. And that one's grounded to second. Backhanded by Atkins, thrown over to first, right on the money. So 2 pitches and 2 outs. Now it's Nick Gonzalez back to the top of the order for the Blue Sox. He struck out swinging in the first.
It's not always that easy in baseball, but throwing strikes is certainly a good formula when you're on the mound. And he's not just throwing it in there, right? He's putting them on the corners, mixing eye levels up high, down low. And these Blue Sox hitters just haven't been able to connect well.
First pitch is down low, 1-0.
Really good idea by Gonzalez to just change things up a little bit. Show bunt. Third baseman not paying much respect to it yet. Still back there.
The 1-0. Call the strike. Top of the zone. 1-1. Yeah, normally if a batter shows bunt, I would stay there. And if he show it again, then I'll go even with the bag. As that one's popped up foul. Obviously, depending on the situation. 1-2. 2 away. No score. Bottom of the third. Knight trying to get another 1-2-3 inning like he did in the first. Here's the pitch, and that one's way outside. Got away from Knight there. 2-2. Only one hit apiece so far for these teams. And the pitching has been very solid and very efficient. The 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. 3-2 now. Knight steps back on the rubber, looks in. Now he winds, and the payoff. That one's hit hard up the middle, a base hit. And now he's going to try for second. It's in the gap. Thomas picks it up, and it's not even going to be close to in time. And that ball had some heat on it. Up here, it just looked like it was going to be a base hit, but there you go. And now it's Morton, the right fielder. And a base hit would probably score Gonzalez.
It's all about the effort out of the box, Danny. Nick sensed that he could go to 2 right away after hitting that baseball, and that's why he finds himself there.
First pitch to Morton is fouled back and out of play. 0-1.
Hustle goes a long way.
Yeah, definitely. Once you hit that, that's when you're thinking, like you just said, you know. It's hard to be hesitant on those type of things. There's the 0-1. Called a strike. Outside edge, 0-2. So after the double, Knight back to work and way ahead. Gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop. Foul. Out of play again. Fans, to keep up to date with everything California Winter League, follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at California Winter League and on Twitter at Cal Winter League. You can also visit our website at californiawinterleague.com. 0-2, check swing. Did he go? Runner goes for first, and we'll see what they say here. So the home plate umpire, Max Steiner, said he did swing right away. So that'll be a strikeout. But Morton reaches on the drop third.
Really tough break for Knight. One of the best breaking balls we've seen all morning long. Got Morton to swing around, but just unfortunately for him, could not get the backstop in front of it.
So now runners on the corners for Bucchino, the 3-hitter. It's 1-0 after that pitch. Just who the Blue Sox want up.
And our good friend Evan Schmeiser does like to point out that the Blue Sox seem to be pretty good at capitalizing on other teams' defensive mistakes.
1-0 inside.
You do need some things to go your way during a 9-game win streak. This could be that moment in the game that we remember. 2-0 the count now.
That timely hitting has been the story for the Blue Sox the past couple weeks. That one's fouled away and out of play. 2-1. Bucchino steps back in. 2-1, 2 away. Bottom of the third. Still no score. But the Blue Sox threatening. Here's the pitch. And that's outside. 3-1.
And I do not want to walk Bucchino to have Jackson hit with the bases loaded. So if I'm Bucchino, I am waiting for something middle, and attacking it, because if not, this could get ugly for the Lumberjacks.
Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed a high fastball.
Excellent pitch. That's how you respond to that kind of situation. You put it right where he might want to swing, but high enough to where he can't really hit it.
3-2 now. Big pitch for Knight. Here it is. Runner goes inside, ball 4.
That is quite the take by Bucchino. A lot of confidence to take it, and we have that situation we talked about, bases loaded for Jackson.
Yeah, that was a really close pitch on the edge. Was a ball, according to our TrackMan box.
And what have we seen from Jackson? He likes to attack the first pitch.
He sure does. And he's got a big smile, as we've talked about.
Always.
So Jackson, with the bases loaded, does swing at the first pitch. Way outside. 0-1 the count.
A little too excited to swing there, Deontay. Big break for Knight.
I would be too if the bases were loaded. Maybe not that exciting. Here's the 0-1. And Jackson chops that slowly to short. Tough play for O'Hara. He runs in. Throw is not good. And in the dirt, it'll get by the first baseman, Arriola. 2 runs will come in. And it'll be 2-0 Blue Sox with Maldonado coming to the plate.
Well, there we go, Danny. Another defensive miscue that the Blue Sox are able to take advantage of. Credit Jackson, though. He was hustling down the line, put it into play. You never know what can happen, and this inning is going to go down as the hustle inning for the Blue Sox. A hustle double, running out a drop third strike, and then Jackson running down the line to beat that out.
First pitch to Maldonado. It hits him in the back. So the bases will be loaded again. And now it'll be Dimas, the second baseman. And he had a hit back in the second.
And you do have to feel for Knight a little bit on the mound. This inning should have been over twice at different points with a scoreless game. Instead, 2-0, bases still loaded for the Blue Sox, and now his manager going to pay him a visit at the mound.
Well, it definitely hurts, especially after getting the first 2 outs of this inning on 2 pitches. And then, obviously, after that, the double from Gonzalez sparked things. And the Blue Sox able to carry that momentum.
But that's baseball, right? 9 players on a diamond. Got to rely on your teammates. If you want to do it all by yourself, you can play tennis.
Or golf.
Or golf.
What other individual sports are there?
All sorts of them.
Ping pong.
Olympic sports, archery.
Archery. So now it's Dimas. And he'll try to extend this Blue Sox lead. That one's outside. 1-0.
Just overthrowing slightly now. Got to focus in on Dimas, get it back in the zone.
Here's the 1-0. Right down the middle. 1-1 now.
Just like that.
Well, Knight's been up at that top third of the zone a lot today. 1-1. Way inside. 2-1 now.
Right fielder Enomoto playing shallow in right. That's where Dimas went his last time.
Here's the 2-1. Swinging a pop-up, shallow right field. In comes Enomoto. Can he get there? He slides and makes a great catch. Wow, right near the hill of the bullpen. Really great play by Enomoto out there. That ends the inning and saves Knight a whole lot of trouble. 2 runs for the Blue Sox that inning. We go to the fourth. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Top of the fourth inning from Palm Springs, a 2-0 lead for the Blue Sox as they got two across last inning. A new pitcher for the Blue Sox, it's Sam Rowan. And he deals a ball down low to Thomas, the center fielder. Final line for McGee, pretty good day. 3 innings, a hit, 2 walks, and 6 Ks. The 1-0. Called strike 1-1.
No real trouble, no real hard contact. Kept the pace of the game in the way that he wanted it to be.
I was going to say, he was controlling that pace pretty well. The 1-1 will not happen yet, as time's called at the plate.
He was definitely playing to his terms. He was not going to let the Lumberjacks dictate anything.
Here's the 1-1. And that one's down low. 2-1 now.
But a new pitcher means a new chance, right? Lumberjacks going to be happy to see somebody else. Those lefty hitters are going to be thrilled to see a righty on the mound.
Next pitch is grounded in between short and third. Backhanded by Gonzalez all the way to first, and a great play. My goodness.
Wow.
Nick Gonzalez just did like the Jeter jump. Boy, I thought that was going to be an easy infield single. Might have been the best play, at least in the infield, all winter long.
It is definitely up there. I still cannot believe that play by Gonzalez.
So now it's Areola, and that one's called for a strike, 0-1.
Feels like every time we have a different team here at the main stadium, we're saying the shortstop is super talented and we're impressed by their defensive ability, but Nick Gonzalez has to be at the top of that list. Every day he does something like that.
0-1 check swing. He did go 0-2 now. I still got the chills from that play. Very exciting stuff. Rowan gets the sign. Now he winds and delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss. So the second K of the day for Areola. First for the pitcher, Rowan. And it'll be an Emoto.
And it's incredible how the energy is just totally in the favor of the Blue Sox. I mean, they've won 9 in a row. They get a couple of breaks their way in the bottom half, and then a play like that.
That one's hit into left field, right at Osborne. He ranges towards the line and makes the catch. So that'll end the inning. 2-0 still Blue Sox. And we'll be right back. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Blue Sox come to bat again. They lead it 2-0. First pitch to Kobe Osborne, called a strike. And Knight back to work on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Up and inside. Boy, Knight's been peppering the top of the zone today. In and out. 0-2. Inside. 1-2 now.
This will be a big inning for Knight on a personal level. Team down 2-0. Last inning, gave up 2 unearned runs. Defense letting him down. How does he respond to that?
1-2. Called. Strike 3 on the outside edge. Really great pitch. Painted.
And that is a good start to the response. Just continue doing what you've been doing all day and maybe take things into your own hands. Don't allow the contact.
So now it's Ford, the DH, after the 4th strikeout of the day for Knight. First pitch, called a strike on the outside edge. 0-1. Next pitch. Hit into center field. Over comes Thomas into the gap, and he can't make the catch. It'll fall in between, and Ford stops at first with a base hit.
Yeah, not the greatest route in the world out there in center field. Had a chance to get there. Not an easy play by any means, but it's just another example of a tiny little mistake on defense costing the Lumberjacks, and it gives the Blue Sox an opportunity. Enriquez could turn the lineup over, and more trouble awaits with Gonzalez and Morton due up.
Well, we do have a pretty big outfield here at Palm Springs Stadium. 350 down the lines, and that's more than most Major League ballparks. 400 out in center. First pitch to Manriquez is called a strike, 0-1.
Just keep throwing strikes if you're Knight.
Yeah, we talked about a second ago. Evan mentioned that the Blue Sox don't really strike out. That one's called a strike, 0-2. But Knight's got him 4 times.
They just force the issue. Deontay Jackson, bases loaded. It wasn't anything pretty. It was a ground ball to short, but it made the defense do something.
0-2 popped up behind the catcher. Will it stay in play? Barker's there, but it goes out of play. So 0-2 now on Manriquez. Two to nothing Blue Sox here in the bottom of the 4th. Knight takes a look at Ford at first. Now he's ready. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2 now.
And if they do strike out, it's never on 3 pitches. It's always a long at bat, working the count, a couple foul balls here and there. So they even make their strikeouts worth it.
The 1-2 popped up down the left field line. Looks like it's going to get out of play near the umbrellas. 1-2.
It's a good thing we put those umbrellas up every day.
Sure is. You use for protection from the sun and from foul balls. 2 birds, 1 stone there, Brian. And I guess rain, but it doesn't really rain here. 1-2, sharply over to second base. 1 hop, Atkins grabs, throws to first, over. He's safe at first. He actually threw it to second, tried to get the double play. So that'll be the second out as Manriquez stays at first after the fielder's choice. Back to the top of the order for Gonzalez, and he started the 2-run rally with a double last inning. First pitch, swung and foul, tipped into the glove of Barker, the catcher, 0-1.
And don't get me wrong, that was not an easy play at all, but it was a throw that could have been made to get the last out, and the Blue Sox have shown that they can take advantage.
0-1, line to third, right at Bliscoe, and he makes the catch. So that'll end the inning. A hit for the Blue Sox, but they can't take advantage. They still lead it 2-0, and we go to the 5th. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball. We'll be right back.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Start of the 5th inning in Palm Springs. Blue Sox lead it 2-0, and Rowan back up there for them. Throws a strike 0-1 on Bliscoe, the third baseman.
And look at Rowan just kind of nonchalantly dotting 88 on the corner.
Yeah, it didn't look like he tried that hard to throw it. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. That one at 87. 0-2. So Rowan finally gets the sign, and he's ready for the 0-2. The pitch. Down low and out. 1-2 now. Not a lot of wind today. Hasn't been a lot of wind all winter. And if there is, it's usually blowing from foul pole to foul pole. The 1-2 is jammed over to right field. It's going to land foul near the bullpen. And we'll do it again. Fan Sports Clips are the pros in men's hair. They have cutting-edge stylists and hairstyles to give you a championship haircut. Make sure to check out their signature haircut service, the MVP Haircut Experience, which includes precision haircut hot towel, massaging shampoo, and neck and shoulder treatment. 1-2 on Bliscoe. Rowan deals way outside. Counts even 2-2. We expect a lot of fans to be here for the playoffs this upcoming weekend. The 2-2 fouled into the screen. Crowds have gotten bigger and bigger as the winter's gone on. You know, it's hard not to enjoy yourself at a baseball game, especially when it's warm and sunny every day.
Amen to that.
Here's the 2-2. Outside, 3-2, a good at-bat from Bliscoe. Both teams today doing a really good job getting deep into counts at the plate. Here's the payoff. That one's fouled back, and it'll get out of play. We'll do it again. Oh, and the gentleman down there almost made a great catch off the bounce. He got a few friendly boos from the other fans. So another payoff coming from Rowan. Here it is. Another foul ball.
Evan has run out of sound effects for foul balls over there. But Bliscoe continues to do a great job. The first time he came up to bat, a 6-pitch at bat. Now we're looking at the 10th pitch of this plate appearance for Bliscoe. And a great way to lead off the inning if you're Oregon.
Another payoff. Called strike 3 on the outside edge. Bliscoe thought it was ball 4, but he's going to have to go to the dugout.
I think I just might agree with him. Really tough call to go against him after such a good at-bat. 10 pitches seen.
So now it's Atkins, the second baseman. He struck out swinging in his only at-bat today. That one is inside, 1-0.
Guess the argument on the other side could be Rowan and McGee before him have pretty consistently been hitting that exact same spot, so you got to reward the consistency. Could go either way.
The 1-0, down and out. 2-0 now.
We're up here for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. The 2-0 to Atkins, right on the inside corner. 2-1.
Really is a pretty big swing in the inning, though. Go from a leadoff walk on a 10-pitch at-bat to one away, nobody on.
Here's the 2-1. That one's on the inside corner as well. 2-2 now. Max Steiner behind the plate. He's had a pretty big zone today, Brian. Rowan finally gets his sign. Winds and delivers. Inside, 3-2 now. 2 straight full counts.
You do love to see the approach for Oregon, even though it hasn't paid off just yet. Being very patient, waiting for their pitch.
3-2. Outside. Just missed the corner. So a 1-out walk for Atkins. That brings up the catcher, Carson Barker.
I mean, you keep testing fate there. Very similar to the pitch that was called against Bliscoe. Of course, the other side of the plate with the righty Atkins, but this time the Lumberjacks benefit. So a little seesaw for them in terms of momentum.
First pitch to Barker is way outside, 1-0. This is Rowan's second inning of work. And he got him 1-2-3 last inning.
First time we've seen him out of the stretch.
A 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Barker digs in from the left-handed batter's box. Slightly open stance, the 2-0. Called a strike on the outside edge. 2-1, still 2-0 Blue Sox here in the top of the 5th. 1 away and a man on first.
This is a pretty ominous situation, though, for Washington with Fields on deck.
2-1 on the outside edge. 2-2.
Got to get Barker here if you're Rowan. Maybe even double him up. That would be the ideal scenario if you're Washington, of course. Keep Fields over there and have him lead off with nobody on next inning.
2-2. And that one's down low. So the third straight full count.
Yeah, these Lumberjacks being patient, forcing the issue. See if Atkins goes at first.
3-2, 1 away. Rowan looking for a ground ball. Runner fakes to go, and it's fouled in the net. So Bliscoe, to start this inning, had a long at-bat. Ended up striking out. And then the 1-out walk to Atkins leaves us here. Rowan gets his sign, sets near the chin, and delivers. And that's down low. So 2 straight walks for Rowan. And now there's a man in scoring position for the Lumberjacks.
You can kind of hear the Jaws music playing in this imaginary world. The Sharks beginning to circle around the Blue Sox. The best opportunity the Lumberjacks have had all day, making Rowan work, getting fatigued out there with a long inning, and now Fields could change this game with one swing of the bat. Remember that foul ball?
Sure do. First pitch, outside, 1-0. Well, and as the manager for the Blue Sox comes out for a meeting, we'll try to see how they can prevent some damage here.
This is a very well-timed meeting by JJ, Jimmy Johnson, manager of the Blue Sox.
Well, and this is, like we were talking about, why putting Fields in the 9th spot is a good idea. Perfect situation right here.
That's right.
If he can get on base and give it to the top of the order, Lumberjacks could tie this thing or take the lead. So after the meeting, Rowan will face Fields. Atkins on second. Barker's over at first. Big opportunity for the Lumberjacks here. The 1-0 pitch is fouled away and out of play. 1-1. Definitely don't mind walking Fields with his power at the plate. Runner goes from second, no throw, and it's called a ball outside. Really good jump over there from Atkins. And now it's runners on the corners.
Yeah, very interesting move by Atkins there. Barker, the runner behind him, didn't follow suit, so he's still over at first.
The 2-1 inside, 3-1. And if you're Fields, this is just about the best situation you can be in. Hitters count 3-1. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 outside. So, that's 3 walks in a row for Rowan, and it looks like it might be the end of the day for him. So we'll take a short break while the new pitcher warms up, and we'll be right back. Lumberjacks threatening, bases loaded. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball. We'll be right back.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back after the pitching change. And the new pitcher is Xingming Pong for the Blue Sox. The bases are loaded for the Lumberjacks, down by 2. Here's the pitch. That one's inside to the leadoff hitter, Pena. Rowan, who just came out for the Blue Sox, had a great start. Went 1, 2, 3, and then this inning has walked 3 batters. As that one's hit down the line in right field, it'll go foul. So 1-1. And a big spot here for Pena. And Xingming Pong's going to wait for his right fielder, Morton, to come back after retrieving that ball. And now Pena steps back in. Pong kicks and fires. That one sharply over to first, bobbled by Bucchino, and he steps on the bag. A run will score, though, and it's 2-1 now. Well, big second out for Pong, but the run does score. And the runners still on second and third for the Lumberjacks. Now O'Hara's in a huge spot to try to tie it or take the lead. Pong looks for the sign. Now he kicks and fires. That one's called a strike on a nice breaking ball, 0-1. Huge opportunity for the Lumberjacks. Down by a run. Trying to tie the ball game here. Pitch. Breaking ball way outside in the dirt. 1-1.
Great block by Maldonado. Keeps the lead intact for the Blue Sox for the moment. Even Bucchino over there at first, even though he didn't grab it cleanly, really went to the only option, got in front of it, despite the bobble.
O'Hara, the wide open stance. Takes a ball down low again. 2-1 now. Base is open at first for the Lumberjacks. Barker sits at third. Fields on second. That ball's in the dirt, 2-1. Or now it's 3-1 after that pitch. 2 away. Top of the 5th inning. Huge spot for O'Hara to try to get a base hit here. Curveball catches the outside edge. 3-2 now.
I don't know about that call.
Yeah, that was well outside. Pong sets at the chin and delivers. Breaking ball outside, and that is the 4th walk this inning for Blue Sox pitchers. It'll be Will Thomas, the center fielder. 3-hitter. Probably who you want up in this situation, Brian.
Yeah, and if you're Thomas, you have to be smart about it, right? You want to come through big for your team, but you also have to acknowledge what you just said. 4 walks this inning, no base hits for the Lumberjacks. So be patient and wait for something right for you.
First pitch to Thomas. Breaking ball down the middle. 0-1.
See, I'm good with taking that pitch. Low strike, hard to do something with it. Now you still got 2 to work with.
I never liked swinging at the first pitch breaking ball unless it was perfect. 0-1. Time's call at the plate by the hitter Thomas. And he'll re-dig in. Looks like Thomas might be wearing some Jordan 1 cleats. Pretty stylish. The 0-1, breaking ball, doesn't drop enough, stays upstairs. 1-1. Pong seeming to go with the breaking ball exclusively, at least for this batter.
Yeah, I wouldn't go 3 in a row.
The 1-1, swing and a miss, and he did go 3 in a row. Got him to chase.
Well, if it looks like that, then you can do it.
That was placed perfectly at the very bottom of the inside corner. 1-2, 2 away. Thomas trying to tie or take the lead. And that one's hit deep into left field, down the line, and it'll go foul.
Now you see the danger, though, in staying there. 4 in a row, 93 off the bat. He's in front of it, couldn't hold back. But if he can, look out and left.
Yeah, he's got to stay back, maybe even scoot up a little bit in the zone. It is a very slow breaking ball that Pong throws. 1-2, 2 outs. Pong in a jam. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Great work from Pong to come in with the bases loaded. He did give up a run, but he holds him to just that. So 2-1, Blue Sox lead it. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the 5th inning and a 2-1 ball game. The Blue Sox still lead it, and a new pitcher in for the Lumberjacks hit the first batter right there on the first pitch. That's Morton, and he'll take his base. Here's Michael Bucchino. And he's flown out to center and walked.
So you get a run in the top half of the inning, shift the momentum a little bit.
That pitch is hit into right field on a line. In comes Enomoto to make the catch.
And that'll help, even though it was hit pretty hard, 83 off the bat. But you don't want to start the next inning looking for a shutdown inning by hitting the first batter and going right into the middle of this Blue Sox order. Deontay Jackson up now.
So it was all zeros on the board till the bottom of the 3rd when the Blue Sox got 2. In the top half of this 5th inning, as that one's ripped down the third baseline, foul. 0-1.
I just heard a nickname from the stands that I think we're going to use now. Action Jackson.
Oh, there you go. But the Lumberjacks only able to get 1 last inning with the bases loaded. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball deep into left field, heading towards foul territory. Pena's over, and he makes the catch. What a play as the runner tags from first. He had a long, long way to go out there, did Pena. And he makes the catch, 2 away. So a good comeback here for Changsin Sai, the new pitcher, after the first pitch hit by pitch. Final line for Tyler Knight today. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Not a bad day. The pitch outside, 1-0 on Maldonado.
And not to be overlooked on that great play in left, Morton tagging up, getting into scoring position with 2 outs, so now a hit can score him.
That one's outside again, 2-0.
And it may not happen, right? You can't control what's next, but it's those little things that have been the reason they win all of these games.
2-0. And Sai steps off.
Because how often do you see a runner tag from first to second on a fly ball to left?
Well, not very often, as that one's outside 3-0. Well, a big spot here for the Blue Sox. Try to get a 2-out base hit, maybe score a run. That pitch is upstairs, and it's ball 4. So now a force in order. It'll be Phil Demas. Phil had a base hit in the second and then popped out to right field. That one's outside from Sai. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes from second, and that one's popped foul and will get out of play near the trainer's tent. 1-1 the count.
Not a bad idea if you're Morton. Not really being looked at. And if you can get to third, we've seen some pitches get away from the backstop. Just try to force the issue.
Demas ready to hit. The 1-1. Just a bit outside. 2-1. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Blue Sox lead it 2-1. They're trying to add to it here. The pitch grounded sharply over to short. O'Hara flips to second and ends the inning. So after the hit by pitch to start the inning, Sai made pretty good work. And we go to the 6th. 1-run ball game. Blue Sox lead it 2-1. We'll be right back. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey Power Baseball fans, looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Top of the 6th inning in Palm Springs. The Blue Sox lead the Lumberjacks 2-1. And Xingming Pong will be back on the mound after coming in last inning, as that one is a breaking ball outside 1-0. Pong came in last inning with the bases loaded, allowed a run, but we're still able to hold the Lumberjacks to just that, as that one's in the dirt again, 2-0. And the Lumberjacks had the top of their order up there. Bases loaded, not able to capitalize. The 2-0 is outside, in the dirt again, 3-0.
But their patient approach continues.
Well, definitely a lot of curveballs coming at you. From Pong, 3-0. On the outside edge, 3-1. Pong sets near the chin, out of the stretch exclusively. The pitch, upstairs, ball 4. So that'll bring up Enomoto, who singled in the 2nd and flew out to left back in the 4th.
Don't you have a great number, Danny, on how many times leadoff walks come around to score?
So it looks like a new right fielder will be coming into the game. You would expect that to be because Morton is going to warm up, and he does. Morton goes straight to the bullpen. Bryson Gandy will take over for him in right. First pitch, called a strike, 0-1 to Enomoto.
Gandy getting his stretches in over there at right.
0-1. Pong delivers. That one stays high. 1-1.
But I'll go back to my question, Danny.
Sorry, what did you ask?
Leadoff walks. They come around to score a lot. I remember you having a
87% of the time.
Yeah, that's
Brian.
the number I remember.
The 1-1. Hit sharply down the left field line. Fair. Into the corner it goes. Osborne trying to cut it off, but it gets away from him. Here comes Areola, and he will score. That'll be a double for Enomoto. Big piece of hitting from Enomoto there. It's 2-2.
There you go. Almost instantly, the leadoff walk comes back to bite. Beautiful piece of hitting there by Enomoto, taking it the other way. And the tied game now 2-2 as the Oregon Lumberjacks creeping up, trying to get closer to first place in the American Division. They've held on for this long, kind of kept it close. It felt like the Blue Sox could have opened it up, but here we are.
Areola, not the fastest runner, was able to score on the miscue and left by Osborne. And there's still a runner in scoring position for the Lumberjacks. First one to Bliscoe on the outside edge, 0-1.
And I think Bliscoe's due today. A 6-pitch at-bat strikeout, 10-pitch at-bat strikeout, but he's seeing the ball well. Let's see what he can come up with.
The 0-1 is inside, 1-1 the count. Yeah, Bliscoe, like you said, struck out twice. One of them, at least, was a tough call. Both of them looking strikeouts. 1-1, swing and a miss. That pitch was a curve at the top of the zone. 1-2 now. Still nobody out. 2-2 ball game after the Enomoto double. Pong waits. And and the batter calls time. One and two. As Morton warms in the pen. See if he'll have to go in. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside. A nice play by Maldonado. Not letting that one pass into the screen.
And another extended at bat for Bliscoe.
This could end up being his third at bat with a full count. We'll see. The 2-2 is down low. Throwback to second. And Enomoto wasn't paying attention. It looks like he's going to be called safe. Well, he wasn't paying attention. He didn't get back in time. Did you see why he was called safe?
He got his foot in there right on time, but you're right. He got caught napping there for a second.
Here's the payoff, and it's just outside. So the third walk of the day for Pong. Now that'll be runners on first and second, nobody out for Atkins. And there'll be a meeting on the mound here. I expect that Morton will be coming into this game, and he will. We'll take a short break. 2-2 ball game after Enomoto tied it on the double. We'll be right back after the pitching change.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Still in the top of the 6th inning. Pitching change. In comes Jeffrey Morton for the Blue Sox. Try to keep this thing tied here in the 6th. Big left-hander. Throws it. And that one's grounded sharply to short. Backhand play over to first for the double. Doesn't get there. One away. Really nice play by Gonzalez. he backhanded and then spun right around to make the throw to second.
Another stellar play at shortstop. Couldn't finish the double play, but boy, Gonzalez sparkling there at short.
So, runners on the corners. Here with only one out. And it's Atkins, the second baseman. The pitch outside. Oh, this will be Barker. That was Atkins who just grounded for the fielder's choice. He's on first. Here's the 1-0 on the outside edge. 1-1. Big spot here for Barker. Trying to take this lead late in the ball game. Fields, the big power hitter, waits on deck. 1-1 will not happen yet. Throw over to first. Only 5 hits in this ball game, Brian. A lot of good pitching. There's the 1-1. Called a strike on the outside edge. 1-2.
Yeah, not a lot of hits, but a lot of walks. 10 combined between the two, and the Lumberjacks have drawn 8. They have not been able to bring many home. Have one here, one in the previous inning to tie it up. They've got to cash in.
Here's the 1-2 to Barker. Fastball up and out. 2-2. Flag's starting to blow out a little bit in center field.
Atkins continues to take a big lead off of first. Could disrupt a potential double play if he goes. There he goes.
2-2. Called strike 3. Be no throw on the play, so Atkins into second. And be second and third with 2 away for Brandon Fields, the DH. Here's the pitch. Fastball right on the outside edge. 0-1.
What do you do here, Danny? An open base with 2 away. Big righty, Fields, with the lefty on deck.
Well, Morton's got to be careful. That's for sure. Because Fields can hit it a long way. That's a breaking ball. Outside 1-1.
I personally would not test it. I would go ahead and load the bases with 2 away and test my luck with the lefty-lefty matchup.
1-1, 2 away. 2-2 tie in the top of the 6th. The pitch grounded up the middle, a base hit. In comes Enomoto. Behind him, Atkins. He will score as well. Clutch hitting for Brandon Fields. And now the Lumberjacks lead it 4-2.
We talked about it at the very beginning of the game, Danny. Brandon Fields sneaking in there in the 9-hole. David Peterson, the typical cleanup hitter, suddenly at the bottom of the order. And when it matters most, it came through for the Lumberjacks. Just a great job of strategizing for this game and a great job by Fields to come through.
So back to the top of the order, it's Pena. Try to keep this inning going. That one's called a strike on a fastball upstairs. Caught the top of the zone 0-1. Morton takes a long look at first base, now delivers, and that one's outside, 1-1.
First base was open right there, Danny. Could have set up this lefty-lefty matchup. Tie ball game. I don't know.
Hindsight's 20/20, but you said it before.
That's right.
The 1-1, swing and a miss. Off balance was Pena. 3 runs this inning for the Lumberjacks. They lead it 4-2. 1-2, 2 away on Pena. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw to second offline and gets past the shortstop Gonzalez. And Fields will stay at second.
And the tables are starting to turn. The Blue Sox doing everything so pinpoint perfectly in this 9-game win streak. Suddenly, throw gets away into the outfield. The timely pitching not quite there.
So it's 2-2, 2 away. Man in scoring position now for the Lumberjacks. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Morton got him. So 3 runs and a couple hits for the Lumberjacks. They lead it 4-2 now. We go to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Palm Springs, and the Lumberjacks have taken a 4-2 lead, scoring 3 runs last inning. Here's Osborne. The left fielder takes a strike. 0-1. New pitcher for the Lumberjacks, Shinichi Suzuki. Tall right-hander. He works exclusively from the stretch. That one's chopped high to third, picked up by Bliscoe on the run. Bad throw, gets by the first baseman Arriola. Pretty tough play there for Bliscoe. I'm not sure if he had time to set his feet. And that's going to go down as a hit, Brian? I think so, yep. So we'll lead off infield single for Osborne, and now it's for the DH. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Ford popped out to short and had a base hit back in the fourth. The 1-0. Ball inside, 2-0. Well, the Blue Sox were leading for most of this ball game up until the fifth inning, kept the 2-1 lead as that one swung on and missed, 2-1. And they were able to score 3 runs. The Lumberjacks were. 2-1. Outside, 3-1 now. Suzuki trying to find some command here. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 4. A lot of walks today in this ball game. That adds another one. And now it's going to be Alejandro Lara to pinch hit for Manriquez. So, first and second, nobody out here. Start this inning. Blue Sox trailing now 4-2. Trying to tie this thing or take the lead. Here's the pitch. That's outside, 1-0.
So JJ says, I see you're batting Brandon Fields in the 9 spot, and I raise you a Lara pinch hit in the 9 hole. Lara leads the Blue Sox with a .450 batting average.
1-0 is outside, 2-0. Suzuki struggling here.
Yeah, and with 4 doubles and 8 runs batted in, Lara has by far been one of the best hitters in the California Winter League.
He just got signed recently, didn't he? 2-0 is swung on and missed, 2-1.
It won't be long.
I thought you might know, but I heard some chatter the other day when he was talking to one of the coaches or one of the managers. Here's the 2-1. That's outside just a bit. 3-1 the count to Lara.
If he has not signed, it will not be long. One of the more impressive performances thus far, and in command, 3-1, big moment.
Suzuki checks on Osborne. And that one's hit into the gap in left center field. Oh, and Pena couldn't make the catch. Here comes Osborne. He will score. And a great pinch hit double from Lara.
You got to love it. As we get into the home stretch, playoffs on the horizon, these teams are playing to win. And the manager, Jimmy Johnson, utilizing the weapon, the pinch hitter, Lara, and he comes through, and now it looks like we might get either just a visit or a pitching change.
Suzuki started this inning giving up a base hit, then a walk, and hasn't been able to find the zone. Well, pretty good ball game today, Brian.
Yeah, it's exactly what we expected. The 2 best teams in the American Division. Lumberjacks coming in pretty hot after that 21-2 victory over China. At first, they were a little slow, wondering if they used up all their runs in that performance, but that was not the case, taking the lead. Now the Blue Sox, however, saying not so fast. We've got something left up our sleeve as well. And now the top of the order would be kind of fitting if Gonzalez, who has shined all day defensively, can also come through at the plate.
So 4-3 now, the deficit for the Blue Sox. They're down 1. Nobody out with runners on second and third. It's the leadoff hitter, Gonzalez. First pitch, hit into right field, down, foul. That was very close. It looked up until the very last second like it was going to drop fair. That had to be only a couple inches, Brian.
If that. Millimeters. That looked fair off the bat, and it just kept hooking, and for the Lumberjacks, thankfully foul.
Yeah, Suzuki's definitely happy about that. Man on second and third. 0-1. The pitch. Down and in. 1-1 the count.
And you see that shake of the head? Gonzalez saying, I don't want that, even before it came in. He knows what he wants. He looks confident, and I'd be afraid if I were Suzuki.
Infield is in. The 1-1. Hit to third on a line, caught by Bliscoe. Well, they don't call it the hot corner for nothing. That was a hot shot. And a big out number one for Suzuki.
That's right. You couldn't have hit it any better if you're Gonzalez, so he certainly was ready. But Bliscoe in the perfect spot for that one. And now Bryson Gandy, his first at-bat. We've seen him send his fair share of rockets around the infield.
So Gandy came in to right field for Morton, who went into pitch. Now he will hit. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, 0-1. Gandy's got some power batting from the left-handed batter's box. The 0-1, swung on and missed. Strike two.
His teammates telling him to wait back. Every one of the Blue Sox up and out of their dugout.
Big 0-2 pitch for Suzuki. Only up a run. Blue Sox threatening. The pitch popped up. Left field. Is it deep enough? Pena's over to make the catch. Here comes the throw. Stumbling is Ford, but he will score easily. So Gandy comes in and does exactly what he's supposed to do, a sacrifice fly. It's 4-4 now. And we are all tied up again, Brian.
Getting the job done. Fundamental baseball at its finest, and the Blue Sox tie it up. Now one more big hit away from potentially extending that win streak into double digits. Crazy to think about, but when you see them play, not crazy at all.
Now it's Bucchino. Flew out to right his last time up. The pitch, fouled into the net.
Teammates continue to say, just wait back. Not going to beat you with the fastball. Suzuki hanging in there, low 70s for the most part.
Definitely the most chatter I've heard from the Blue Sox dugout all year. 0-1. Hit sharply to third, on a line, caught by Bliscoe. So two clutch lineouts for Suzuki. But Gandy able to hit a sac fly deep enough into left and tie this ball game. 4-4. We go to the seventh. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball. We'll be right back.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning three-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back. We're in the top of the seventh inning in a 4-4 tie ball game. O'Hara will lead it off for the Lumberjacks in their last at-bats, and they'll face Morton, who came in last inning. First pitch, fouled away, out of play. 0-1.
You really can't ask for a better game. There's been drama. There's been good coaching, great pitching, defense, timely hitting. I mean, what else could you want?
Yeah, a lot of walks, but a good amount of action, and it ended up becoming a close one. That one's outside, but called a strike on the corner. 0-2. That one was painted. Big first out here for Morton. The wind and the 0-2 hit sharply over the head of the second baseman, Demas. And a base hit to start out the inning. And in comes Thomas, the 3-hitter. Exactly the guys you want up if you're the Lumberjacks in this top of the 7th tie game situation.
And a chance for Thomas to redeem himself. Struck out last time up. Thought he had some pretty good pitches to hit. Looked to be just behind him. Big moment, though, for him now.
First pitch to Thomas on the outside edge. 0-1. Morton would love a ground ball here. 4 hits for the Lumberjacks, 5 for the Blue Sox. That one's hit down the left field line, and it drops fair. That'll be a base hit. It looked like Thomas might have cracked his bat or something. The way that ball came off the bat, I don't know if I've ever seen something like that. The amount of topspin that thing had was crazy.
Isn't baseball a beautiful game? A 65-mile-per-hour broken bat is a hit. Yet the Blue Sox in the previous inning blistered a couple of line drives to third. No can do. But sometimes you just got to place it in the right spot on the grass, and you can have your day. This just might be the day for the Lumberjacks.
First pitch to Arriola. It's called strike. 0-1.
And you couldn't have walked it out to a better location.
Yeah, and Thomas thought it was going to go foul, so he didn't run at first. He was kind of confused. The 0-1. Popped up right field, down the line. It's going to get out of play. And it's 0-2. Really big batter for Morton to get out here with nobody out and 2 men on. Middle infielders at double play depth. That would be the best thing for Morton here. 0-2. Popped foul again, out of play. We'll do it again. Well, the first 2 innings of this ball game started pretty quick. No runs. Pitchers were dealing pretty good. And then it kind of got a little slower as a lot of walks were issued. But teams able to get some hits and string together some runs as that one's fouled away. 0-2 still.
But you know, there's games with a lot of walks in which the pitchers are truly wild, and you don't enjoy watching those games. This has not been one of those games. These have been the hitters earning the walks. They have been patient. They have taken close calls. So it has been good walks.
Very good at bats today. And only 1 error. The 0-2 up high. Tried to get Arriola to climb the ladder. Did you ever like the high cheese, Brian?
Yeah, I was going to say that right there. That's a great pitch. That is a ball that you intend to throw there, and you want to get a chase. I think it's a great decision, especially against a tall hitter like Arriola.
Morton ready for a big 1-2 pitch. Up high again, 2-2.
So it goes back to it, 2 in a row. Arriola not biting. The ideal scenario would be if you could then loop in a breaking ball that starts at the similar eye level and drops all the way down.
Well, we'll see if that's what Morton goes with. He faces Areola, the big right-handed first baseman. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside edge. Pretty good pitch. And a huge first out for Morton. Now it'll be Enomoto. Enomoto's probably been the hottest at the plate in this ball game. Single in the second and then doubled and scored a run in the sixth. First pitch outside, 1-0.
Osborne in left field, playing very close to the line, leaving a whole lot of room in left center field between Osborne and Jackson. And Enomoto has shown an ability to really wield that bat and put it wherever he wants.
Here's the 1-0 from Morton. Up and out, 2-0. So Morton in a little bit of trouble here. In the top of the seventh, tie ball game. 1 out with 2 men on. A ground ball to the middle should get him out of this one.
If I'm Laura at third, I'm ready to hop.
The 2-0, up and out, 3-0. Not the worst thing to walk Enomoto. He's been hot at the plate today. But you definitely like to get him out.
I totally agree with you, though. I don't know if I'd give in to him.
3-0, upstairs, a 4-pitch walk. So the Lumberjacks threatening. The bases are loaded for Chris Bliscoll.
Bliscoll's had a very patient day at the plate. He's looked good. Although, look, we're getting it switched up on us. A pinch hitter just as we were getting ready to talk.
It'll be C.J. Mervelis.
And now this just got a whole lot more interesting because Mervelis the other day nearly hit for the cycle. All he was missing was a home run.
Let's see if he can come in clutch here for the Lumberjacks in the top of the seventh. The first pitch, upstairs, 1-0.
Me and Evan even wrote an entire show about him. The marvelous C.J. Mervelis.
1-0 on Mervelis. The pitch, called a strike, right down the middle. 1-1, 1 away, all tied up at 4. In the last inning, bases loaded. Here's the pitch, called strike 2, 1-2.
Morton not afraid to go in on Mervelis. You have to do that if you're the lefty pitcher against the righty hitter. Show him that you're willing to go in there and now maybe throw a changeup drifting the other way. Shakes off the catcher, and now time called.
Ginormous pitch here for Morton, the biggest of the day. 1 away, 1-2 on Mervelis. Morton sets, kicks, and delivers. And that one is fair ball. Now it's called foul. Looks like the home plate umpire, Max Steiner, made a late call. It must have hit Mervelis' foot, but the spin on that, it started foul and then kind of bit like a 9-iron on the green. Kind of just zipped fair.
Yeah, and I love how into it all these fans are in front of us. They're discussing it. They're like, I think it hit his foot. That's why it's a foul ball. I mean, you come to Palm Springs Stadium, you are engaged and you are ready for action. These fans being rewarded with an excellent game today.
I mean, real time, I didn't think it hit his foot, but I'm all the way up here, Brian. So 1-2, 1 away, big spot for Mervelis. Here's the pitch. That one sails outside. 2-2.
Another angle to all of this is Maldonado behind the dish. You really trust him, right? So you can throw it in the dirt to try to get him to chase, and you can more likely than not know that Maldonado will keep it in front.
2-2. O'Hara is on third. Thomas on second. Enomoto on first. The pitch. Fouled into the Lumberjacks dugout. Looked like Brandon Fields tried to catch that one on the hop. I think he regretted it after the ball hit his hands. 2-2 still. One away. Morton looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled away again on a play. Hervlis with a great at-bat here. And flags out in center field now moving more than they have today towards left field. Another 2-2. Morton kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. He got him. Huge strikeout for Morton. He keeps this thing tied for now. 2 away. In comes Atkins, the second baseman, who doesn't have a hit today, but he scored twice.
Shades of Andrew Miller, a slider on the inner half of the plate, basically at the foot of the right-handed hitter. A phenomenal delivery from Morton.
I do love that backdoor slider on a right-handed hitter. That one's popped into center field. Looks like Morton's going to get out of it. Jackson in center makes the catch. We stay tied. It's 4-4. A great job by Morton to hold the Lumberjacks to no damage. We go to the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if the Blue Sox can walk it off. We'll be right back. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the 7th inning in Palm Springs, all tied up at 4 after Morton held the Lumberjacks in a bases-loaded jam. It'll be Deontay Jackson to lead it off for the Blue Sox. That pitch is cracked down the line, but it's going to go foul. And Brian was talking about Jackson hitting a walk-off homer just a second ago. So that was close.
I mean, way back when this win streak started, it all really got going with his solo homer. He has the power to do it.
The new pitcher in for the Lumberjacks is Guanming Liao. A double kicking right-hander throws a breaking ball outside, 1-1.
And he looks a lot more locked in than the last time, right? Remember, he had that wild swing on one way outside, ended up with a slow roller to short, but able to take that last pitch, was right on the first one. Look out.
1-1 on Jackson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Good placement there from Liao.
One thing's for sure, Jackson is not getting cheated right now. He's going to give every ounce of energy to these swings.
Well, I don't know if Liao's going to want to give him another fastball. Here's the 1-2. And it's going to hit Jackson. He tried to get out of the way, but he'll get on first, and the leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Maldonado, the catcher. Maldonado has reached base twice, hasn't gotten a hit yet today. Reached base on a hit by pitch and a walk.
Do you take off if you're Jackson?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think, with no outs, I don't think so.
We haven't seen Liao from the stretch yet.
Here's the pitch. And that one's down the middle. 0-1.
It's a pretty quick slide step for Liao.
Yeah, it caught Maldonado off guard for sure. And that, changing up the leg kicks is huge for the batter in his head and with his timing. Liao, the 0-1. That one's popped foul and will get out of play.
Can't you just tell that something's been different today with this game?
What do you mean?
There's just a different feel to it. These teams really, really, really want to win this game.
They're getting in the home stretch. It's definitely where, almost to the playoffs. These games could be important for seeding. And obviously, like you said, two of the heavyweights in the league. 0-2, breaking ball just outside. Liao wanted the call. It's 1-2.
The Lumberjacks have heard the chatter, everyone talking about the long win streak for the Blue Sox. They want to end it, but the Blue Sox feeling high and mighty.
Here's the 1-2. That one's popped up, foul, and we'll get out of play. We'll do it again.
Maldonado opening up a little too much on those last two swings. He'll have to try to keep that front shoulder in, drive it the other way. I think that would be the best approach against a pitcher like Liao.
1-2 still. Maldonado awaits it. He takes, down and in. 2-2.
And how do you take that pitch? I mean, that is a great eye for Maldonado.
Yeah, definitely right on the inside corner. Just barely off the zone. Here's the 2-2. Up high, 3-2. Maldonado has had a good eye at the plate all day. A big payoff pitch coming up. The Blue Sox trying to take advantage of Morton shutting down the Lumberjacks with the bases loaded last inning. Runner goes, 3-2, swung on and missed. Jackson is into second base safely. Jackson, he's a really big dude, but he can run. So runner in scoring position for the Blue Sox now.
That was not a good jump. Jackson just had some acceleration at the end to get in there safely.
So he's on second now, looking to be the winning run. Here's Demas, as that one is a ball, 1-0.
A lot of room in right field. Demas got it down the line earlier for a base hit.
Anamoto playing pretty shallow out and right. Leal checks on Jackson and delivers. Breaking ball gets by the catcher Barker, and Jackson over to third. Well, the infield will come all the way in. And Leal in some trouble. One and one on Demas. One away, 4-4 is the score. Jackson, the winning run on third. The 1-1 fouled back into the net. Outfielders all are now playing very shallow. Leal looks in for the sign. 1-2, huge pitch. Demas ready. Called strike three on the inside corner, a breaking ball. Demas has no idea how that was called a strike. It was a lot closer than he made it look. And a huge strikeout for Leal. 2 away, bottom of the 7th, still tied at 4.
Maybe a little bit off the plate inside, but an amazing pitch for Leal to totally buckle Demas there.
So it'll be Osborne, the left fielder. That one's inside. It's actually Catalano who comes in to pinch hit to try to win this ball game for the Blue Sox. One and 0. Here's the pitch. And that one's in the dirt. 2-0. Hitters count for Catalano.
Catalano, a 304 hitter, another pinch hitter for JJ after Laura came through earlier.
Here's the 2-0 from Leal. Catalano takes outside. 3-0 now the count. Alex Ford waits on deck. See if he gets the green light here. The 3-0. Right down the middle. Called a strike. 3-1.
So that answers the question, is he pitching around him? No. Be careful, though.
The 3-1 pitch. Down in the dirt. Catalano takes his base. Runners on the corners. And this will be Ford. So Leal hit Jackson with the pitch to start this inning. Came right back, got 2 Ks. And then the walk. We'll see if he can get him here. Runner goes from first. That gets by the catcher Barker. In comes Jackson to score. And the Blue Sox win the ball game. Well, it started slow, but then we started going back and forth. Really good ball game. Really good at-bats all day from both teams. And the Blue Sox come out on top. They win their 10th in a row, Brian.
Action Jackson. Something always happens when Deontay Jackson is out there. This time it was him starting the inning, hit by a pitch, made it all the way to third. Got second with a steal over to third, and then he scores on a wild pitch. These Washington Blue Sox just find a way to get it done. There were so many moments in this game where it looked like surely their streak would come to an end. Yet here we are at the end of it talking about another Washington win.
Well, that'll do it for us for the first game here. Tune in about a half hour. Our second game will start. Final line, 4 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Lumberjacks. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Blue Sox, 10 in a row for the Blue Sox. And they're on a roll trying to keep it going into the playoffs this weekend. Well, for everybody here in the California Winter League, I'm Danny Maha, alongside Brian Yanselson and, of course, Evan Schmeiser in the PA booth. We thank you for listening. We'll be back again for the second game. So long for now.